This segment brought to you by Sure Crop, liquid crop nutrition delivered right to your farm.
We're back with Kyle Bauer and Leanne Litton.
Hi, this is Kyle Bauer visiting with Leanne Litton today. Leanne is now a native of north central Kansas, but didn't start out that way. Started out as a bit of a city girl in eastern Kansas. Leanne, tell us how you evolved that.
So I grew up in Osage County, and I did live in a rural environment, a country home, but nothing in production, ag, didn't own farm ground, any ranching kind of ground. But my neighbors around me did, and they were great to take me in because I was always standing at the fence talking to the cows. They would include me, so developed that love as a young girl, loving those animals. Got to then come to K-State to pursue a degree in animal science. And it was a great experience there because I was allowed to work on the purebred beef teaching unit. So that's like living every day as a ranch hand, so to speak. And so it took me with a lot of patience from them to teach me the ways of ranching a cow-calf operation. And I just fell in love with it. And it just solidified that this is the culture, this is the kind of people that I want to work in. But then the classes taught me the science behind, this is very sustainable. This is feeding the world and how we can do that even more efficiently and better. So that made me encouraged to get my master's degree in feedlot nutrition so I could dial in better. How can we make better meat with less natural resources and to help people while working with, I think, awesome people, good culture. It's when I was getting my master's that I met my husband, who's from north central Kansas. That's how I eventually got here. So now that's nice because it's taking me from using my master's in ruminant nutrition to living it every day. Career-wise, I work with Soother Feeds as one of their field nutritionists. So I get to go to everybody's ranches and feedlots and work with them to figure out how do we best utilize your natural resources to meet your marketing methods so we're efficient with your natural resources while still making it profitable, sustainable for your environment, for your families, to keep passing the operation on and hopefully can then take that on to my own family, my husband's family, because we ended up coming back to the family farm eventually and hoping to make improvements there too.
But yet when you left college, you didn't come directly back then. Your husband had work away from the farm for a while.
Right. So actually, it was kind of the rule with the family that you had to stay away from the family operation for 5 years after college before you could come back. Loved that. Learned a lot. We got cut short on that. We wanted to stay away for 5 years, or that was the plan, so to speak. He was a high school ag teacher and really loved it. Then there was an opportunity, a farmer who had not the opportunity to pass on his operation wanted to send that on to someone, and he asked if we would be willing to buy his feedlot, and that came with the opportunity to take on a great number of acres for rent. And that was just a huge opportunity for our family to financially be able to take on another generation at the farm and financially support him. So cut short the teaching career to take on that opportunity. So got married, and 2 months later we spent a lot of money to buy a feedlot and put a lot of money on a note. And so went through that and just have had a lot of great experiences getting through the 2012-13 drought together, and also helping my clients do that as well.
You aren't the exception to the rule, though. There are other people like yourself that work from their home. I mean, Soother Feeds isn't a local company, so it is possible to have meaningful employment in your area of expertise and still work from your home.
Yeah, I'm feeling incredibly blessed with that. So I do work out of a home office. I'm not like having to be at the feed mill. So I am in charge of 13 counties in north central Kansas and 6 counties in south central Nebraska. And so I live and work within my trade territory that I'm responsible for. And it's just a huge quality of life because I'm able to set my own hours. So you work 16-hour days, so you can work only 6 the next day to go to your kid's event. You're working with great people. They're in this industry. I think we're just really blessed to have a lot of good values that you can choose who you want to work with and align yourself well with. But yeah, very blessed.
We're visiting with Leanne Litton. She's now a resident of Glasgow, Kansas. This is Kyle Bauer reporting. Back to you, Jamie.
Thanks, Kyle. Come back after the break for this week's Kansas Farm Bureau update.
Sure Crop Fertilizers was started by my father, Don Sherman, and my mother, Shirley Sherman. Family business that started in the 80s. We predominantly focus on plant nutrients and what we can do to give growers better responses with the fertilizer dollars that they do, and what we can do to make those things work better for that grower. We're based out of Seneca, Kansas. We work with growers in their soil analysis to figure out what they need, and then we can put those in a blend that gives them the best results, and so that we can deliver that direct to their farm so that they have those nutrients where they need them, when they need them, and so that they can apply them in a manner that's very efficient to them and works well on their planting systems and what they're doing. Sure Crop Fertilizers has been around for a long time. We always say we're big enough to take care of everything you need, but we're small enough to do it quickly. You can get a hold of us at 1-800-635-4743. Our website is surecropfertilizers.com, and you can always email me at Corey@surecropfertilizers.com, and with any questions you have, we're glad to answer and work with you.